right then. All right, so now what I'm doing is I've got the countertop pinned down and leveled and shimmed up. Now I'm working on these corner posts, trying to get these in. But since I'm a stickler for detail, there's a gap here that I can see light through, right? Now, this other side is really good. It's sitting on it right now on the beams, but I'm trying to do some clearancing work on the underside of this cabinet, right about here where it's hanging up. So what I'm doing is using the air jack. Push the cabinet up. Then I'm taking the flap wheel sander, just clearancing some off the bottom. Just until it sits flat. Put it back in there, position it, take the pressure off. Wow. And I can see through the shading where it's hanging up. A high spot right there. Dang, man. Might have to just leave it. It's not that bad. gonna pin these down with 2 screws coming in from the underside, 2 screws coming in from the top to lock them in. Big screws. But what I want to do is I want to get this face right here. I want to try to get it square, because I'm going to put shelves back in here like I had before, and I don't want any weird gaps on those, so that's right about where they're going to go. You got to admit, that looks pretty cool. Hell of a lot better than this cobbled up mess that used to be in there. Yep. So, next step is to get underneath here. I'm actually going to measure this distance here to the edge. It's 5, see, 5.5. So something's not straight. And I don't have a little level here, I don't think. No, I don't. I don't know if my little 3-inch level is going to do anything for this, but let's see. Yeah, I'm filming, but you can do your thing. So now I'm just making sure that they're plumb straight up and down. Try to get the distance between the two of them. 10.5, 10.5, 10.5. A little bit wide on this one. Whoa, that moved quite a bit. Let's see, 5. That's right about where they're going to go. So now I'm going to run some really long, providing I have some. I might have forgotten to bring those as well. Screws down from the top and screws from the bottom to lock it in place. But basically now the cabinet is resting on the logs. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So let's see what I got for screws. I got some 2-inchers. I got 3-inch trim head screws. I guess that's going to have to work. I want to try to get some meat down into the beam so it doesn't shift. So I guess we'll use these little guys. And I'll run 2 into the bottom of each one, 2 in the top. That'll keep it from twisting and flexing. All right. I'll probably need my big heavy duty screw gun to do this. I don't know if my little Bosch will drive them home or not, so I'm going to go out and get that, and we'll get these pinned down, and then the logs are in place, and then I can stain the back side of the logs here while it's in place, and then I can start staining the top. Once the stain is on the top, I got to let Scrunch know that nothing gets set on here. It's going to take 8 hours to dry. So can't set your purse, you can't set anything on there. But yeah, so we'll get the stain on it, and I've already got the screws screwed down. I've got it shimmed up. There was quite a bit. I had to use the hydraulic jack to do this. The counter, the original counter, sloped down because the sides of the house have sagged, right, over the years. So look at that gap. Yeah, so my counter's level. The existing counter is screwed to my counter. I literally ripped the screws out of the cupboard with the jack to get everything level, and I'll just cover up this gap with trim. So I didn't stop at Menards on the way down here. I was in too much of a hurry, but there'll be trim boards that go over the top like that to hide that gap, and that'll work perfectly. So yeah, so we'll pin the posts, and that's a heck of a lot better looking than the original ones that were on there. And we'll stain the countertop, and that's pretty much all I can do on this right now. But I think I made a good choice in buying these butcher block boards versus any other option that I had for countertop. Because I paid $40 for this plank, for this board, and the ones that I have rest to do are a lot shorter and narrower. So this was the most expensive one out of the bunch, and it just worked perfect. I can't get over how perfect this is, even with the 45 cut on the corner. It's perfect. Oh, Kitty, you're a genius. All right, so let's burn some screws in there, and yeah, and this will be great. I'm going to once the stain is dry on that, I'm going to put polyurethane on here, just like the rest of the logs, to make them shiny. I'm just wondering if I shouldn't do that first. I think I will. I think I'll take this apart, because I got to stain the backside of the logs. I wasn't planning on seeing those. These were originally going to go on the ceiling. I'll stain them, and I'll put polyurethane on them right away. Get them out in the sun so they flash dry, and then install them once and never have to touch them. Yep. All right. Executive decision. Talk to you soon.